Do you struggle against opponents that have only one speed and that speed is hard on everything, also known as bangers? Then this video is for you. Today I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do in order to handle these players, and in fact welcome playing them because you know exactly how to beat them every time and have the skills to do it. I'm Nicole Havlicek, this is Primetime Pickleball. Let's dive into today's topic. Missing one of our videos is like missing an easy put-away. Don't let that be you. Subscribe now. So here's the thing with bangers. There's the thing we know about them because it's so obvious, and then there's the thing we often overlook. And it's these two things together that we're going to use against them to ultimately beat them. The obvious thing is, of course, that they just come at you with pace, and more pace no matter what. They have a high contact, they hit hard. They have a low contact, they hit hard. They're on the run and off balance, they hit hard. They're in the transition zone, they hit hard. All they care to do is just whack the heck out of the ball. That's the most glaringly obvious thing we know about them. But the more overlooked thing that they also do is that they prefer to stay back in the court so that their hard hit shots have space to clear the net and still land in. If they're too close to the net and have to hit in a trajectory that is much more vertical to clear it, then those hard hit shots are often headed into the net or sailing out. Their margin for error is much lower the closer they get to the net, and as a result, they tend to stay back. As mentioned, this is usually less obvious to people, but it's an important point to keep in mind because it will help us to beat them. One option for you is to stay back in the court as well and go toe-to-toe with them on hard ground strokes from deep in the court. As long as you're better at it than them, you'll win. But that won't help you get better in the long run. It won't help you scale up to higher levels of play. Because the holy grail of double strategy is to get your team both up to the net and be the better team from there. The team that controls the non-volley zone line usually wins. So it's in your best interest to be the first team to get up there in the point. If you can't be the first team, then be the second team up there and have all four players up at the net. You'll notice in pro play that all the players are typically jockeying to get up to the net as fast as they possibly can. Why is that? Well, it's because it's the most offensive place on the court to be. From up there, you have access to the most amount of angles with your shots, so your ability to move your opponents laterally is maximized. And furthermore from there, you'll also maximize how much you cut off their shots from landing on your side, back behind you, by taking them as volleys out of the air, thus giving them the least amount of time to react to and deal with the next shot that is headed to them. You'll also maximize your opportunity to have high contact points with your shots that you can punish them with, hit down on, and just generally be very offensive with. The benefits quickly stack up in your favor. But, and this is key, you have to have fast hands, meaning good reflexes and good control when taking the ball out of the air, even when it's hit hard at you. Because one of the main plays to counter against a player that is closing the net, as you will be, is to hit hard at them and attempt to overwhelm them with power. So to beat bangers regularly and with ease, you're going to have to move forward and intercept their shots from landing by taking them out of the air and putting your shots back towards their feet or landing to the side of them so they have to deal with them as they run, stretch, and reach. This will force them to have to hit up repeatedly right into your high contact point, and you just keep moving forward and essentially blocking or redirecting with either medium swing or short swing volleys. They're already providing a lot of the pace on the ball, so you mostly need to deflect it back, but if you do have to send it a longer ways in order to get it where you want to go, and are volleying from further back in the court, then you'll need some swing on the volley to be able to get it all the way back there. It really depends on the incoming shot and where you are in the court, and you'll have to make adjustments as needed. As you keep forcing them into low contact points, they will eventually either miss outright or send a weak shot with which you can move them to one side or the other and then keep them on the run until you win the point. If you can do this, then you'll beat bangers every time. Now, maybe you don't have the best reflexes yet or the best volleys, and that's okay, because those are both highly trainable skills. I'm going to show you how to develop these skills, and the even better news is that you can do it totally on your own. Here's how. If you're enjoying this video, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, and also hit that notification bell icon so you can be notified anytime we release a new video. There's 3 levels to this training. Your partner is going to be a wall. Each level has 4 rotations that you'll work through. You'll want to spend about 5 to 10 minutes on each rotation. If you're weak on any particular rotation, then you can and probably should spend more time on that one than the others. We'll start with level 1, which is in-place volleys, or you can also think of it as stationary volleys. You'll pick a spot about the same distance away from the wall as the non-volley zone line is from the net on a court, and volley against the wall from there. We'll start with forehands. You want to be sure to hit it high enough and hard enough so that it gets all the way back to you about waist or chest high, and hit repeated forehands in this manner. Next, we'll do backhands. Then we'll alternate forehands and backhands. Then we'll do a custom sequence of your choosing. Here, Lotta has chosen to do 3 and 1, which is 3 forehands and 1 backhand. Then she switched it up and chose to do 2 and 3 as well, which is 2 forehands and 3 backhands. You can do any sequence you wish. 3 and 1, 1 and 3, 2 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, as well as 3 and 2 are all really good options, and I usually pick between one of these 6. All this variety will go a long way to making sure you have total control and can mix up patterns as needed. If you want to get more reps in on the backhand, as you may want to if it's your weaker side, then 1 or 2 as well as 1 and 3 are good options for that. Level 2 is side-to-side volleys. You're going to start the same way as with stationary volleys in terms of distance from the wall and hitting it high enough and hard enough to get the ball all the way back to you. But this time, you'll lead yourself by sending your shot slightly off to one side and keep going about 5 or so feet in that direction, and then start to lead yourself back the other way. Go past your starting point and head 5 or so feet in the other direction. Continue back and forth from side to side. Next, we'll do backhands in this manner. Then we'll alternate forehands and backhands. Then we'll do a custom sequence of your choosing. Here, Lotta has chosen to do 3 and 1, with 3 forehands and 1 backhand. Level 3 is forward and back. Again, you're going to start the same way as with stationary volleys in terms of distance from the wall and hitting it high enough and hard enough to get it all the way back to you. But this time, you'll lead yourself backwards by sending your shot harder and higher as needed so that it gets all the way back to you as you are backing up. Go back about 5 feet or so and then work your way back up. This one is the hardest of the 3 because each shot you send is slightly different than the last. So you are constantly recalibrating your shot. You'll notice the swing becomes more pronounced on these as you back up, so that you can send it with enough force to get the ball all the way back to you out of the air. As you move back in, you'll still have to hit it with quite a bit of force, but less than when you're backing up. So you're constantly having to make small adjustments, and this will really help you hone your skills. On this one again, we can start with forehands. Then backhands. Then alternate forehands and backhands. And then do a custom sequence of your choosing. This training covers the skills you'll need as you move forward in the court up to the non-volley zone line while the banger on the other side is wailing away on their shots and staying back. You will simply keep knocking it deep with your rock-solid volleys as you head up to the non-volley zone line and when you get up there as well. Aim it either directly towards their feet or as deep as their feet, but towards the side to make them move and stretch, one side or the other. Now, every so often, you'll want to drop one short, like this, which requires that you have good soft skills and are able to take most of the pace off the ball and still drop it precisely where you want, short in the court. Not the easiest of skills, but certainly trainable, and we can do this one on the wall too. What you'll do here is a hard feed off the wall, which simulates the drive coming from the banger, and then you'll reset it just over the net. You'll catch it and then go again. You can also do this in a more continuous manner. Just make sure that the shot you hit, which is intended to be the one simulating an incoming drive from the banger, is headed no higher than your waist. Because if you send it in a way that it's coming higher than that, you would likely, in a point, send that one back deep again rather than dropping it short. You'll do this on the forehand side, and then also the backhand side as well. So between this last drop volley training exercise and the 3 levels of volley training described earlier, you can develop all the skills you need to beat bangers, and you can do so by yourself. You don't need a training partner. Get out there and develop those banger beating skills so you can finally take down bangers once and for all. As helpful as we think the tips we're sharing in today's video are, there's more to achieving success on the doubles court. Want a complete A to Z step-by-step blueprint for playing winning doubles pickleball? Check out our dominating doubles system today. Go to doublesystem.com to learn all about it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. For more pro player pickleball tips, techniques, strategies, and more on how to take your game to the next level, please visit primetimepickleball.com. You'll find a clickable direct link in the video description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, happy pickling. Much of this footage was captured at the Oakland Hills Tennis Club in Oakland, California. A big thank you to them for the use of their amazing facility. And a big thank you to Lada for her help with this video. If you'd like to get in touch with Lada for lessons or clinics, please see the description below for details on how to connect with her.